Hey guys, we're back again. It's been a few years now, but I think I'm finally ready to make the second part of that Steve tutorial. I know it's a bit late now and there's a couple other tutorials floating around, but I thought that this would be fun for me to do anyway. I noticed that it was kind of good in the simple modeling aspect, but what I wanted to finish up on and what I wanted to really get to was the UV texturing and how to actually get the skin on this to make it look like Steve. And that was really the exciting part that I was missing out on. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get this image off the internet. You can use whatever texture image you want, like you can make your own or whatever, but this is the format that I really started doing this with. So yeah, you can find this on Google Images really fast with a quick search. But yeah, after that, what you're going to want to do is select the whole thing, go all the way down to assign a new material, and then you're gonna select a Lambert. But I already created one, so I'm just gonna assign the Lambert 3, and then it's gonna come up here in your attribute editor. So you might be on the channel box, and it'll pop up in your attribute editor, and it'll be called Lambert probably 1 up here or something. Yeah, it'll look like this. What you want to do is you want to go down to the color and you want to select on the checkers, and then you want to click on file once this menu pops up. And now what you're going to do is you're going to open up the image using the little folder there and there. And now you can see it's on the Steve rig, but it's not the right orientation and stuff. But that can be easily solved using the UV editor. I'm going to do it kind of the long way just because it seemed the easiest for me for such a simple model. Now, when you get into more complex models, there's a couple other methods of UV texturing and UV mapping. Yeah, basically now what I'm going to do is open up the UV editor, and you'll see that this box pops up. It's a bit faint, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. When you select UV, it turns blue, and you can see all the points that make it up. So now what I'm going to do is use this knife tool, which is a new tool I've just discovered. A bit of a learning curve to it once I started using it, but it's pretty simple. You just drag it across whatever line you're trying to cut. I think they're kind of trying to emulate like the actual tool more than that's actually a functional thing, you know. If you do these in the right order, they might not warp too much. See, they warp like that when you detach them. So the two side ones get a little warped. They didn't used to do that, but they do now. But yeah, once you've got them all separated, each one of these squares is a side. So you can go and double window it so you can have this on the side at the same time. And then you can just press W so you can move stuff around. And then you're going to go UV. Then we're just going to select one of these faces to see which side it's on. That's the back side of the head. This is probably the front side of the head. Yeah, the face. The really simple version of doing this is just moving all the points manually, which is painstaking to say the least. So yeah, now you're just gonna quickly align all of these pieces just to make the shape of the head. Oh yeah, and when you're trying to line up lines, like remove the angle, just select 2 points and then squish the axis that you want it to be flat in. And that does a really good job of making it square. And then when you're moving, use the arrows and you can actually just reshape it in a perfect cube. Oh yeah, and there's something else that I forgot to do here. Basically, some of these faces aren't going to be on the image the right way. Like, if I go to the other side of this, see, on the back side, the head is actually upside down. And that's just because of the way that the actual mesh unfolds. So we're gonna have to go over here and rotate this. Yeah, you can double click the vertice and it will select the rest of the points on the individual mesh, because this is one mesh right now. Now you can just rotate it like that with the rotate tool, and then I'll put it back in place. There. Okay, so now his head is done, and you can close this. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks pretty good. As you can see, it's a really low quality picture, but we can fix that if we just upload another one. As long as you have the same format in the picture, the UV will be able to translate. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the arms and the legs and the body and stuff, and then I'll get back to you. There. Okay, so that's what I was annoyed about. You gotta use the image ratio. So you go image, use image ratio, and that'll actually make the image look right in the UV, not just compress it into that little square. Okay, so now I'm almost done the leg, and the good thing about modeling is you don't ever need to do anything twice. You can just copy and paste it. So that's what I'm gonna do after I just find the back one and I rotate that because that's upside down again. Okay, so now that I'm finished the leg, what I'm gonna do is just copy and paste all of the stuff that I did on the arm and the other leg. So I'm just gonna delete this and this, and then copy and paste it. There. And then Shift D, and there. I think it seems like the legs might be backwards or something. Yeah, the sides of the legs are on the wrong sides. So I'm gonna have to go in here, and I'm just gonna switch these two around. There. Now you have a fully textured Steve in Maya. Stay tuned, and I'm going to do a rigging tutorial pretty soon. And thanks for watching.